Perfidious Pete here, back to potentially doom two star-crossed morons to an idiotic death by not taking them on a mission down in the creepy catacombs of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. This is it, Romeo, Juliet, or Romes and Jules, as I'm gonna call you guys henceforth. This is your test to see just how truly stupid that you actually are. You guys are wasting away from the Crimson Death. Your current, Crimson Curse, they are currently wasting. Whatever this happens to mean, I'm assuming it means that Romeo and Juliet need blood, and if they don't get it, they will die. The thing is, we have blood. Plenty of blood. We got stockpiles of it. We went and got some specifically just for this moment. The real question then is, are Romeo and Juliet smart enough to drink blood that they desperately need without being explicitly told to do so? Or will they, in true Romeo and Juliet fashion, or Romes and Jules fashion, stand on and or below a balcony delivering impassioned declarations of their eternal love for each other until one of them just drops dead from starvation and the other one kills themselves out of a fit of pique? Personally, I don't really care. I don't like Romeo and Juliet. It's probably one of my least favorite works of Shakespeare, who was, you know, a personal hero of mine. But I don't really care. If they die, digging a couple holes, tossing their corpses into it, and putting up plaques that say Montague and Capulet won't bother me a bit. And two, if they do die, then the Crimson Curse will be purged from our roster, and that weird guy who was lurking around earlier, you know what I'm talking about, Jimmy the Facebook stalker who comments on every Instagram post you make about how much the two of you belong together forever. Wherever that guy went, I'm assuming if the Crimson Curse is gone, that dude's gonna hit the bricks. So, you know, there's that. And plus, it's Romeo and Juliet, right? I mean, if they die at level 1, dying young in the parlance of Darkest Dungeon, I mean, it's funny, right? It's Romeo and Juliet. They're supposed to be stupid and die young. And if they die young from their own magnificent stupidity by literally just letting themselves waste away because they were too dumb to eat, that's like poetic. I don't want to say poetic justice, but it's like poetically appropriate. It works, right? Just letting them drop dead. I'm gambling also. You know what? I'm doing this. Not in the fact that it'll be funny, although, you know, to me it will actually be funny, hysterically funny. But that's not why I'm doing it. The real reason I'm doing it, I'm curious to see if Darkest Dungeon... I'm pretty sure the guys at Red Hook did not create Darkest Dungeon, that heroes will just drop dead on the roster. I'm pretty sure as long as we have blood, they'll drink it. A sharpened letter opener. Grave robber only. I mean, I don't want to go into the courtyard. Yes, we do have a team of level 3 guys, but these are not the guys I want to take into that. And there's this whole invitation thing. I don't really understand how that actually works. Maybe we need these to go into the Crimson Court or something. They're like loot, maybe? I don't know. Paralyzer's Crest is not good. Let's find a team and a mission. The only thing we know for certain is that Malvolio, he's going on this mission. Because we got to get Malvolio up to legend, like to rank 3. That's one of our goals. Malvolio goes to 3. Maybe we try and kill the Swine Prince? The Legendary Bracer is pretty good. It would be really good for Malvolio. That's intriguing. Do we have any other missions that look tempting? I like the 3 deeds from this short mission here. We do need to do some more missions in the Weald as well. Cove, Vengeful Greaves, not... I mean, those are not bad. Just +1 crit is not a bad benefit. A Fasting Seal. You eat no food, but you do no damage when you're starving. And you get +5 dodge. You get no stress from hunger and no stress from camping and meals. Interesting. I'm gonna say no. I think we could probably kill the Swine Prince. We've got a team of like level 2 guys that could handle this though, right? So what if we take Rosencrantz, because he's gonna be really good at fighting big stuff. Falstaff, what? Oh right, bulimia. It's fucking funny every time. And then Prospero and Launce. All of these guys can take advantage, well, I mean, most of these guys can take advantage of some marks. So we've got some mark synergies working here. Mark, harvest him, flashbang, finish him. Maybe we'd go with, we don't really need uppercut. Come hither's not going to help us out much. Caltrops are interesting, but those might cause us to accidentally kill Wilbur, and we definitely don't want to do that. So I think we'll leave Caltrops is a good skill, and one we should actually equip on our way down to the dungeon, much more so than finish him, I think. We'll swap that for the final fight, which means we need to do a little skill adjustments. Malvolio, what are you rocking? Punish, Violet, okay. Punish, exsanguinate. You get the big heal. Redeem. Yep, you get the stress. Okay, that's good. You have Hound's Rush, that's the 1 foot. Okay, takes advantage. You can target whistle so you can mark for other people. Crying Havoc is always good. A little bit of stress relief. Lick Wounds I like because it's a self-heal. We can't blackjack out of... You know what? That's fine. We'll go for the self-heal. The other thing we could do is just go for guard. And build you... maybe we'll pick that up. Lick Wounds really only is effective once we're hurt. We'll keep an eye on that. What about you? You should have stock default skills. Yep. But what we do want, vulnerability hex? No, we want weakening curse on you. Vulnerability hex we still need because it's a mark. But if you're going to be working out of 4th position, gotta have weird reconstruction. Maybe we keep you with Abyssal Artillery, but when we go in to fight the dude, we're definitely going to want you to have weakening curse to slow the roll of the Swine Prince. We can do all of these things. Yeah, we can. Okay, this is actually, I think, a pretty good team to try and go fight the Swine Prince. So let's upgrade all of our skills to the appropriate levels. We're going to be spending some coin here. We're going to be blowing some cash. It's fine. We need these skills anyway, so getting everybody upgraded, it's just good, solid business practice. You got to spend money to make money, right, Pete? I mean, that's what they keep telling me, but I keep spending money and I never see any of that shit come back my way. I'm thinking maybe the whole you got to spend money to make money thing is a bunch of bullshit. I'm thinking it's maybe just like a scheme from people who actually just want my money. Skills are super expensive for... That's the one thing the one negative thing I can think of about the Flagellant. Skills are super expensive for Flagellants because you gotta buy them all, man. They need every skill. We're gonna upgrade these guys to just level 2 right now. We can't afford to go the whole way. We are gonna need some, well, shit, we accidentally... Did you... Okay, you know what? No, I'm sorry, Malvolio. I want to give you lacerated flesh. That's more improved. Get you up to scarred flesh. Get some dirt worked into the cuts on your body, you know, so that they puff up real nice and you get that ritualistic scarring look thing going. But we can't afford it right now. I'm sorry. I want to spend the cash on you, but we can't because I accidentally blew it all on Rosencrantz. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern get everything. They also get dead really fast, too. So, let's get down in here. Let's go kill ourselves a Swine Prince. I feel pretty confident this team is probably going to handle this without a whole lot of issue. I'd really like it better if we get... You know, portraits are useful. Maybe a little bit better reward. I think all things considered, though, we're going to be fine. So, we have 19 blood. That should be more than an adequate supply of blood for Romeo and Juliet to not die. So, we take 1 full stack of food. Let's do 2 stacks of torches. Everything else is secondary. 3 shovels... Let's get 1 anti-venom, maybe 2 anti-venoms, 1 bandage, 1 medicinal herb, 1 key just in case, 1 holy water, and then I think we'll go with, let's take like 6 more food. Screw it, we'll take an even 20. That leaves us basically destitute. Anything else we're missing? Anything else? You know what? Take 1 more medicinal herb. That's it, though. Oh, fine, 1 more bandage. They're cheap. Oh, just 1 more, just 1 more. Pete, stop spending money. I can't help it. I'm addicted. I got a problem.
Master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality.
Yep, and you let them inhabit lunch.
Is imperative.
We had this barbecued pork thing going out, Hawaiian-style luau, and what did you do? Rather than just eat some delicious slow-roasted pig ancestor, you summoned a demon into it. Fucking ruined lunch, you jerk. Do you know how awesome the pulled pork sandwiches we were going to make out of that guy were going to be? Do you know how prolific the pork was going to be? And what did you do? You ruined it, you jerk. All right, so let's figure out where this guy's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is interesting because the pathing is a little off. I'm thinking he's probably going to be in this room. So what's our best? Room battle with Curio, room battle with treasure. Well, we're going to have to fight 1 hallway fight and 1 room battle on the way, regardless. This way gets us an extra Curio. We're going to go this way. We don't really have anybody dedicated to touching Curios. Also, skills. Let's make sure everybody's rocking the right stuff. Okay, you are so far perfectly where we want you. Hound's Rush, Target Whistle, Cry Havoc. You know what? Let's get... Nah, it's fine. You're good. You've got... Yep. Okay, Malvolio's rocking the right skills. Rosencrantz, you currently have the right skills, but we got to remember to switch you before we go into that final fight. The crate is empty. Light level's still good enough to pick a fight. Oh, okay. Why are you here? I thought these monsters were supposed to be limited to the Crimson Court, and yet here they are. These guys can give us the Crimson Curse as well, which I don't like that. We could kill... I don't know which ones are more likely to give us the Crimson Curse, because whichever ones they are, I would try and kill them first. We forgot trinkets, though. I am the world's dumbest man. We forgot trinkets, and we really could have used some trinkets here. Alright, we'll kill this because we just want the kill. So far, so good. Okay, Maddening Wine. This, I don't think, can give us... It's a stress attack. That's fine. It can't give us the Crimson Curse. Gather the Blood, I think, can give us the Crimson Curse. Oh, good! Malvolio has the Crimson... Okay, so these guys then have to be our primary targets because they are the givers of curses. Well, perfect! Malvolio has the Crimson Curse now. Son of a bitch. How come you... I thought you could sacrificial stab from any position now. I thought that was a change that they made. Mark this guy. I'm very salty about the Crimson Curse thing. Very salty.
Obliterated.
We need to kill this guy before anybody else winds up with the Crimson Curse. But important lesson learned. Now we know who to target, and we have bonus blight skill chances for people who don't have any blight skills. Fantastic. Well, I mean, I guess we're one step closer to our team of people to go. No, we aren't one step closer because anybody but a flagellant would have been fine. One of the people who already has the Crimson Curse was a flagellant already. Right. Flagellants, we can't have more than one of in a party. So anybody else would have been... Oh, well, I guess we got a replacement if Romeo dies. We got a backup. Back is a map inside. The map is surprisingly useful. You know, our best bet might be just go this way, because clearly our last battle is going to be here. Why fight 2 room fights when we could... Well, actually 3 room fights. When we could go this way, burn an extra shovel. We don't know what's in that room, though. I suppose it could be a room battle. But this way we get a bunch of extra curios. I'm salty about the curse. I didn't want that. I didn't want my other flagellant cursed. Because now it means Crimson Curse goes on basically every mission. Couldn't it have just been a pig who puked on me and gave me bulimia? That's all I wanted, was a bulimia pig. And what did you give me? You gave me this shit. Right, for the old gods. We're not too worried about Malvolio. Another Ren for the old gods. Yeah, that one we dodged. We can mark both of these units with another character. Let's... How come I can't use... Oh, caltrops cannot be used from the first position, huh? We should swap... We should swap Rosencrantz and Malvolio, then. Not right now, because that's a bad idea, but when the opportunity arises, we should swap those two. Comes Doom. And some dodging is nice. I suppose we could kill this man, but I'd really rather just... There we go. If the bleed sticks, that's fatal. Ah, fatal damage on Jimmy the Pig Boy back there. I'm tempted to heal, but we don't want to heal Malvolio because we want him hurt. So let's throw a mark at this guy, and when the other pig bleeds to death, that'll pull him forward, and then we can wreck him when he's marked. Or alternatively, we could just wreck him right now. Good work, Lounce. Lounce and his dog, Crab, are doing some work back there. They're getting shit done. Give me another mark on this guy.
Decisive pummeling.
See, decisive pummelings. That's what we love. We love decisive pummeling. Speaking of decisive pummelings, you're dead as well. And then this guy's going to get wrecked by 2 units we have that can both do mega damage to a marked target. So you're getting ruined, and then doubly ruined. Oh, the shot! 24 damage. Okay, bonus disease resist. Well, here, put that on. Oh, it takes away 2 dodge, though. You know what? Do it anyway, because I don't want you also getting the Crimson Curse. We already had one guy come down with that bullshit.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Yep, often low on supplies. We could give you bonus blight skill chance for -1 bleed. We don't really even have anybody who's using Light skills. I don't want you having penalties to speed. I don't mind, however, if you have a penalty to speed. So do that. This just lets us carry more stuff out of the dungeon. I think we probably should get rid of the jade and take the, get rid of the jade and take that instead, just because it's more valuable. And then I'm going to go the long way. This allows us to avoid at least a minimum of one hallway fight. We're going to get rid of... Oh, you can't fail to disarm a trap. Good, free stress relief. Stack of books, which we are never going to touch. Darkest Dungeon wants to remind you. Kids, avoid your local library like it's the plague. Avoid your local library like it's the Crimson Curse, because if you go in there, you'll probably get, you know, bitten by a weird mosquito monster, and it will give you the Crimson Curse. What's your trapper's terrible? How's our bounty hunter? His trap disarm is also pretty good. I think we'll just have Rosencrantz start doing them from now on. Not that we know of any between here and our destination. Should we come across a shambler, would we fight it? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Cleanse the stuff and get the buff. Cleanse the stuff, get the buff. A boon at last. Bonus damage, which means we may skip our camp. Alright, we're definitely going to burn some torches here. It gets us above 75. Good enough. In case there's a room battle in here, which there was not. Now we just got to dig our way through one barricade, finish a room battle. Stupid hunger prompts.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Oh, so you're bagging on the people who constructed them and just saying just because they're old, it's no surprise that they've fallen down and collapsed? That's kind of a dick move, Wayne June. Alright, what do we got? Well, we surprised, which is nice. So, how to start things off? Well, I think we go ahead and wreck one of these dudes. 20-point critical, which just savaged him. Let's drop a mark on this guy. I really want to make sure this guy stays dead. And between our boys Lounce and Malvolio, we can definitely get it. It's actually already fatal damage. Oh, good. Well, we don't even have to send Lounce in to do the work. It's already done. Do a little bit of bonus damage to our carrying, chomping friend back here. He's going to try and munch. Nobody eats my dog. Hey, that extra blight resist just came in handy right there. Sweet dodge from Rosencrantz. Nice work with the step aside, dog. Why don't you wreck a bitch? And this also is fatal damage, assuming that bleed sticks. It is. Let's focus then on healing and stress relief. Not that we have an abundance of stress to relieve.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I want this portrait, though.
The light.
Let's get rid of some torches and chuck those. I can never remember bone altars. I can never remember how these work, but I know that trying to purge them with holy water is bad. You know what? You already have the Crimson Curse. Just touch it. Altar infuses the hero with great power. Bonus damage, bonus accuracy, oh man, our flagellant is going to be an unholy fury of killing. Okay, so what's your... Well, I was going to say, we've got a bunch of people who can disarm traps, but we can get some free stress relief out of that. Except neither of those units have any stress whatsoever. Well, you got the Crimson Curse. You can just poke everything now. It barely matters. Eldritch Hater. That's more bonus damage against Eldritch. No, don't do the thing. Oh, okay, I was going to say we had... Alright, that's fine. We got some bonus food. I suppose we should just eat it. Anybody hurt? You're hurt a little bit. Eat that. Malvolio, I mean, I don't want to waste food, so... 25 gold. I will waste 25 gold, even though we actually could really use the cash. Crank our light level up to max. Let's go get ourselves a piece of the Swine King here. Swine Prince. Junior Swine. We forgot to switch Prospero to Weakening Curse. Son of a bitch, we needed to do that really badly. Okay, first things first. Mark the fat guy. You punish the fat guy. We can start stacking some big-ass bleeds on the Swine Prince because he has no bleed resistance whatsoever. If we go for the AoE, we're going to hit Wilbur. Hitting Wilbur is typically bad. Vulnerability Hex does give this guy... It'll refresh our mark, but it also gives him less dodge. Not that I really expect him to dodge much, but every little bit can help. Send in the Hound. 17 damage. That's pretty respectable. Yeah, we're gonna get Prospero obliterated. 11 damage is not the end of the world. Now we're marking Rosenkrantz from Wilbur. That's fine, bring it. You want to see how somebody gets ended? How's that, Chumpstain? Get wrecked again. How them big fat bleeds treating you, huh? Pretty good? No? Oh, well, Prospero doesn't give a shit because he just healed himself back to 100% full effectiveness, and you just got ruined, dog. You got ruined, dog, by a dog. You know, obliterate my body? 15 is hardly obliteration. They'll mark up Lounce for us. Okay, not a problem. You are still marked. Get your shit pushed in. More shit pushed in, and this guy already has fatal damage, so he's done. I suppose we should just bite Wilbur. Wilbur also, I think, has fatal damage. Enraged destruction. Shouldn't you have bled to death on the top of your action stack, though?
How many rats?
Your first action should have been bleed to death and die.
Putrid flesh.
Oh, Wilbur's taking a 1-point bleed. Well, he's gonna squeal at us. Everyone resisted his stun, and then I chopped his face in. Nice. Okay, so let's distribute trinkets to whomever can carry them, just because it's an easier way to get more loot out of the dungeon. I kind of want to keep poking around a little bit, but also I kind of don't, because that gives the opportunity for the Crimson Curse to develop further. Like, every step we take in a dungeon is the potential for more curse. Let's throw that crap on the floor. I think we just take, let's just take the money and run. Let's look around. Is there anything here worth fighting? We could do 2 more room fights. I guess we could backtrack this way, do a room fight, come over here, and we can camp, so we can completely rid ourselves of stress. We still have plenty of torches. We didn't really get an abundance of loot. You know what? Let's push our luck a little bit. We just got to keep an eye on the Crimson Curse. If it starts to develop deeper, since we don't have blood on the mission with us, we can't have him devolve to... If he devolves to wasting, we got to bail out. And I think there's a chance that the curse gets worse every single tile. If we burn these, we get rid of a negative quirk. Who has a negative quirk we want to get rid of? Wieldphobe sucks. So does Fear of Beast. Both of those are bad. Possibly Rosenkrantz. What have you got? Necromania, Unquiet Mind. Actually, having Necromania, Unquiet Mind locked in, I really don't mind. Off Guard is sort of terrible, though. Torn Rotator... That actually kind of sucks for Prospero, and Sickly is pretty bad. If we don't... Okay, nope. It's going to be Prospero. We got to get rid of anything that gives us penalty to disease resist, because if we don't, that's fine. It doesn't seem like that is a huge get. We would have maybe rather gotten rid of Torn Rotator. But anything that lowers our overall disease resistance is just objectively terrible, because that means ultimately Prospero is just going to wind up also with the fucking Crimson Curse. I don't want him to wind up with a euphemism for, you know, menstruating. Malvolio. Okay, took a little stress. We're not too worried about the stress here. Ordinarily, the stress-causing units would be my primary target. Hey, Horror is back.
Consumes the mind.
3 stress per round for 4 rounds. That's actually not that bad. Kill this thing. Okay, Swine Wretch is now dead. Yeah, you're gonna take 3 stress per round for 4 rounds, but it's an aggregate total of 12 stress, which I think may be a nerf for those guys. Although I suppose it does stack now, so there's no way to kill your way out of it. That would be the main difference. Go ahead and mark him, actually, and then let's see if we can have Lounce chop his head in with the dog. Send in the hounds, bro. Yes! Exactly what we wanted. Nice combination fire, guys. That's good teamwork. Murder this man. Oh, you can't murder that man. Mark him then so that Lounce can kill him later. You're going to be working over the Swine Chopper because your bleeds are going to take Flee from the Holy Bear.
Death by inches.
Gonna hook him where it hurts? That's okay. Oh, come on, man. Malvolio loves it when you hook him where it hurts. It's his favorite thing. And then you missed? He wants you to gouge him in the crotch. He needs it, frankly. It's like, no, please. More gouging and more of the crotching. So that was a negative heal.
Back to the pit.
Malvolio needs those crotch gouges, and we didn't even get another round out of it because you guys all died. But on the plus side, what we did get is some swank loot. That right there, I think, actually justified the trip. That little hit of extra cash right there paid for pretty much all of our suffering and pain. It contains stashed heirlooms.
A fortune
Take them.
waiting to be spent.
This is an empty room, I believe. Oh, no, we gotta fight. Okay, this is fine. Oh, torchlight's still good. We could mark this man and hope that our dog can kill him in one shot. You know what? Let's try it. Prospero, let's see if you can one-shot him. I mean, you're gonna get a kill here.
Executed
Dead
with
carrying you.
impunity.
Malvolio is just a train right now. He's just running around dropping freight trains on people. Hit with the blight, we don't care. Drums of Doom, not too worried about the stress. We still got a camp that's gonna help us get rid of all that. A kill from Prospero! Wow, I was not expecting that. That's like manna from heaven. Lion's taking a little bit of a munch. Resistant to blight. Go ahead and lick your wounds, actually. We got most of this under control, but I don't want somebody taking a lucky shot and getting killed. And might as well mark this guy. Plenty of folks who can take advantage of the mark synergies. We definitely should have healed Rosencrantz instead of marking, though. That's okay. We can still heal. Go ahead, pump them back up. The critical couldn't have gone the other way, though. You couldn't have critically healed Rosencrantz.
Another one falls.
All right. Ooh, 2 deeds. Okay, yep, that's it. We're done with this dungeon then. We need those 2 deeds. So, we got this thing here, which we don't care about. Key goes bye-bye. Don't need these medicinal herbs anymore. Give me all this stuff. I want these deeds, and we're not going to need these torches, so we're not going to need... We could have thrown that dog treat on the floor as well. Let's go ahead and camp with our firewood. Eat the hero's feast. This is more of a celebratory feast than anything else. Who needs stress relief? Well, okay. I know you're a little discouraged about having the Crimson Curse now, but don't worry. It's fine. It doesn't come with any associated premenstrual syndrome or anything. Don't we have Hound's Watch yet? I don't want to have to fight a night battle. We'll have the dog keep an eye out. We don't need Dark Strength. What can you do? Lash's Cure. Remove disease. Lash's Solace. Gives yourself minus 50 stress. Wow, that only takes 2 times, too. Lash's Kiss removes blight, removes bleeding, heals you 33%. Lash's Anger gives you 40 stress. Alright, just beat yourself until you're comfortable. And then, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing really else we need to do, is there? Here. You know what? Don't worry about the Crimson Curse. Prospero's an occultist. You might, distract your mind if you think of happier thoughts. Like the fact that when we get back to town, I'll find a cure for the Crimson Curse. It's okay. I'm pretty sure I can beat it. I'll be like the assistant medical examiner who cures zombism in iZombie, because, that's sensible. Ouch. Well, that sucked. Still, all things considered, we did go down and beat the holy living crap out of the Swine Prince, and we made a respectable amount of cash while doing it. I feel like we got a solid win out of that. I'm a little salty that my only flagellants now both have the Crimson Curse. That makes me a little upset, but really only a little. Curious is terrible. You also got Wasting Sickness and Spasms of the Entrails, which honestly is that one's not too terrible. Curious and Wasting Sickness are both awful, though. I really wanted to take this team out to go again. Okay, Juliet drank a vial of the blood and their thirst is slaked. Romeo drank a vial of the blood and their thirst is strength. Gloucester underwent effective disease treatment and cured his bad humors. Perfect. So, Romeo and Juliet, not stupid enough to just let themselves die. I mean, admittedly, I was kind of looking forward to it because I thought it was going to be really funny. Now I don't know how to feel. Gloucester, Sycorax. We still want these guys working. I kind of want another... We could send Malvolio back in next mission with these guys. That'll bump him up to Resolve rank 3. And then maybe we could see about taking a team in to go back into the courtyard. If nothing else, I think we're going to need to farm some more blood. Our heroes seem to be going through it at a pretty furious pace. Activate 3 Winemaker's Reserve. Stun Amulet. Not next mission, but maybe the one after. We did use 2. Is there any way for us to see how much blood we have, by the way? Apart from going into the... No, don't cancel. What, are you guys trying to go into the darkest dungeon or something? Is there any way for us to see how much blood we have other than just going into... No, going into the provision screen is like the only way I think that we can tell. That's unfortunate. Hold fast as the infestation grows. Infestation is medium. I still don't know what this means. Infestation is... What is that why... Is the infestation why we got Crimson Court monsters not in the Crimson Court? Is that how that works? I'm not a fan of that, per se. Steady Bracer. Pretty good. We might actually go try this mission, because we do need to do some work in the Cove. But if we go down into the Weald and do one mission, we could also... We'll probably do this because I really like the Medic's Greaves, and it will unlock a boss for us in the Weald. We could go take a... What if we took that same team down to take a swing at the inchoate flesh? Although I think maybe Falstaff would be a little better than Rosencrantz, although it's less mark synergies. Marking on that boss is not as useful, though. What we really need for that boss is stuff that hits multiple people, so maybe Lear would actually be the better pick for against the inchoate flesh. We could also go try and fight the Son... Oh, what are you? Covet Signet. Minus 25 stress if you have the Crimson Curse. I kind of like that. Maybe we have this team go take a shot at the Sonorous Prophet, because they could also do some pretty respectable work there. This wasting sickness thing, though. Maybe we send these guys in to try their hand at the Sonorous Prophet. We don't... The only problem they have is they don't really have strong 4th position damage, with the exception, I guess, of the Mark. Now, you know what? This team they could take him. And they've got the big heal on Prospero, so when the ceiling falls in on somebody's head, I think they can do it, and I think we're going to let them try. Can they go back-to-back boss battle? Let's find out next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. I'm sorry if you were looking forward to watching Romeo and Juliet die the stupidest death of all time. But hey, you know, if you want to see how stupidly they die, you might consider subscribing as well, because I'm me, and I can't imagine I'm going to not make a catastrophic mistake that results in their death. It's just the way this Darkest Dungeon thing works. I do something stupid, somebody dies. That somebody's probably going to be Romeo and Juliet, and this is the one time I won't even feel bad about it. So if you want to see that, you know what to do. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.